Today we are going to be grading lesson 14, problem set. Each of these squares is going to be worth 1 point. For the word choice here, h divided by 16, or you could have said the quotient of h and 16. There are some other possibilities you could have said as well. Hopefully you had h mentioned first and then 16. For number 2, h is going to always be our dividend, so you can see that as our blue marker. In the long division symbol, it should be h divided by 16. This is the given, and then h divided by 16. Again, think of that strategy of reading them out loud. They should all say the same thing. H divided by 16, h divided by 16, h divided into 16, h divided by 16. For the next one, the quotient of m and the difference of b and 33, you could have said the m divided by the difference of b and 33. You could have said something else for the subtraction there. If you said something along those lines, go ahead and give yourself the point. And then again, m is going to be our dividend. It is what's being broken apart. It's divided into b minus 33 groups. With the division symbol, m is our dividend. It's being divided into b minus 33 groups, whatever that answer is. This does require parentheses. If you didn't put them, go ahead and add them with your checking pen, because order of operations wise, left to right, would have been m divided by b first. So we have to get that difference or that answer first before we divide m by that. That's why this is so nice for algebra, because this is clearly our dividend and this is our divisor, m divided by b minus 33. Down here, they give us 7 divided by x, so that tells us 7 is being divided by x. That tells us 7 is divided by x, and it tells us 7 is divided by x. For number 11, it's the sum of y and 13, or y plus 13 divided by 2. It's another answer you could have had here. You could have said the quotient of the sum of y and 13 and 2, something along those lines. This one was given. I don't know why I numbered it 12. This one should have been y plus 13 divided by 2. Again, parentheses are needed here because we have to get that answer first before we divide it into 2 pieces. Again, no parentheses necessary here. If you did put them, it's okay. We're still going to do that first, but this is our dividend and this is our divisor. So plus 1 for each of these boxes. For number 15, we are using the area of this shape. So the factored form would have just been the big rectangle. So this area times this width, 7 times 3x plus 5y. The expanded form is when we find the area of this rectangle, 7 groups of 3 x's, which means we would have had 21 x's. If you put 7 times 3 here, that is not correct. They want you to go ahead and know that you can do 7 groups of 3 x's, which would be 21 x's in there, plus 35y, which is your 7 groups of 5 y's. That's how you get your 35 y's. So this is your expanded form, and this is your factored form, plus 1 for each of those. On the back, kind of culminating all of the different types of expressions, and this is what we're going to be doing more of today. So if it's 12 each and he bought X amount of them, we could figure out the price by doing 12 times X. If you did 12.x, I will accept that today, but as algebraians, we want to be as efficient and use the least amount of characters and symbols as possible. So this is the best answer. If you did 12 with an x for your multiplication sign x, that is going to be incorrect. We've gone over it enough to know that if you have x as a variable, you definitely don't want x as a operation symbol. 17, if you think about the picture here, he's selling snow cones for $1.25 each. He took in Y number of dollars on Saturday. How many snow cones did he sell that day? Well, Y is our whole, and then we have to break it into pieces of $1.25. And we don't know how many pieces to break it into, but I do know that I'm breaking it into sections of $1.25. So that tells me that's Y divided into $1.25. If you did $1.25 divided by y, that is not correct. That division is not commutative. On this one, he spent G number of dollars on gas and $8 to wash his car. Total amount means we need to add those things together. So G plus 8 or 8 plus G is acceptable there. For 19, she had D dollars. She spent 6 of it. How much does she have left? Well, that's that amount right here. If you look at our visual, D was what we started with, was our total. We subtracted 6 from it. What's left over is our answer. But the expression then would be D minus 6. You cannot do 6 minus D because subtraction is not commutative. Over here, he has $30 to spend. Each roller coaster ride costs R dollars. How many times could she ride the roller coaster? Again, we're starting with that $30 as our total, and then we're doing R, R, R. We don't know how many R's we can get, so it's 30 divided by R. If you use the division sign, I'm okay with that. Again, we want to work towards writing it in fraction form because that's what algebrans would do. Over here, every Christmas candle earned $2. How much money if she sold C number of candles? Well, it's 2 for each of them. So I'm thinking candle, 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 2, 2, 2, 2. That's repeated addition. So that would be 2C. This is the best, most efficient way to write this. If you wrote it with the X symbol, it is not correct. If you use the dot, I will accept it. Each of these is worth 1. So I think we have 20 points today. Nope, 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We do have 20. So we have 20 points today. Oh, I did 2 of them there. Okay. So out of 20, how many you got correct up at the top? Then please tell me what your percentage would be. Remember, that is out of 100, so you need to translate your plus out of 100. So whatever you do to 20 to get to 100, what do you do to your points to see what your percentage is? If you got between 80 and 100%, that's an M. If you got 100%, it is worth a punch today. If you got between 79 and 65, that's a P. If you got between 64 or less, that's an E, and you probably need to come see me to make sure that you understand how to write division expressions in multiple ways. Once you are finished grading this paper, you are going to go to Socrative.com. It's in one of your apps. So remember, it's Socrative.com. And then the room number is Ruoff 2015. So Ruoff 2015, and you should be doing problems, a little bit of a review, and then problems about thinking about writing expressions for all the different operations. Just so you are aware, we are finishing up the first half of this unit. So tomorrow we will be reviewing, and on Friday we will be taking our test over order of operations, writing expressions. You need to know exponents, and you need to know vocabulary, algebra vocabulary words. So we'll work on that tomorrow, and the test will be on Friday.